What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to this Foregoing. Today we're going to talk about A5 Taki, who is absolutely amazing. In fact, in some ways, I think she's really the best character of the update. And I know some of you are going to argue with that. I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying in some ways, I do feel that she's pretty freaking amazing, guys. She's got some advantages in her kit, especially at A5 compared to the other girls, which is pretty damn awesome. And also, I want you guys to keep in mind that this is my free-to-play account. This account will not do the damage that my main account did. Whenever I did that run with Ivy and I got over 500 billion, that's an insane score. Ivy is an awesome character, but there's no way that I could do that kind of score on my free-to-play account because I don't have as high a leveled up codex. This codex is not leveled up, guys. I don't level up my characters. Look at all these characters that aren't leveled up. For every single character that you take to level 30, 60, and 90, you're going to get more attack. Your entire roster becomes stronger when you level up your codex. Look at this, guys. Like Mai here, she's leveled up, right? Kyo's leveled up, Yuri's leveled up, but look at all these ones that are not. That makes a huge, huge difference for the damage of your characters. You know, like there's going to be players like, I got that over 500 billion run with Ivy on my main account. Well, on a different account, maybe you're only going to get, 30 billion, right? Which is still an insane score, but 30 billion compared to 500 billion is a big difference. And that's just the truth of it, That's what players tend to forget whenever they watch all these runs from different YouTubers or even from myself, because there's different accounts that have different levels of codex. They also have different levels of fame system. My fame system on this account is only at level 10. I have no penetration for blue since Taki's a blue, right? But on my main account, this is at level 15. That makes a big difference. And I even think I have a little penetration leveled up as well on my main account. That makes a huge, huge difference in the damage. And after saying that, guys, I'm going to show you just how powerful Taki really is. So let's show what Taki can actually do in Guild Raid. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do like what I've been normally doing with all these past video guys. I'm going to let you guys watch this little solo here, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. So Taki has a great leadership with a 50% increase to EX fighters and 35% critical damage. This is amazing for her. She also has blast damage increase. She has increased damage by 30% on critical hit, which is really important for her. 50% PG rate, right? But she also has increased attack by 25% for 8 seconds upon using an active skill. This stacks up to 2 times, which means she can increase attack by 50%. She also increases critical damage by 50% when a Soul Calibur 6 fighter is on the team, which is awesome. And I do have Soul Calibur fighter on the team, so she is increasing that critical damage, which is nice. She's immune to stun, freeze, and fear. She has an increased attack by 25% and decreased damage received by 80% for 5 seconds when tagging in. So whenever you're doing switch gameplay with her, she's going to have even more survivability because she's going to have that decreased damage received by 80%. And so in this run, guys, she's just doing a complete solo. She doesn't have that buff because we're not tagging her in. And then, of course, she has the damage immunity for 5 seconds when her HP is down to 35% or less on a 9-second cooldown. All the girls got this kind of thing. It is so good for survivability. And then, of course, the heal when you guard. Now, Taki is pretty interesting because she has that EX core, kind of like, well, similar to Haramaro's. Whenever you unlock her at A5, guys, you will actually increase her damage of her skills, and you'll actually be able to spam her default over and over like we're doing right now. And this is a broken mechanic, guys. This is so broken, and honestly, I really undervalued it whenever Haramaru showed up because I never was able to take Haramaru to A5. However, after having Taki to A5, I can see the benefit of having a default just unlimited over and over and over. This is crazy, crazy because whenever you're doing your default, guys, you're in an iframe. You're actually increasing your survivability, right? So like in a lot of game modes in the game, like your demo spaces, your Tower of Trials, your boss showdowns, Taki will absolutely murder that crap, as I will show you guys. In fact, with her, it will be easier than all the other girls, and that's just a fact, guys. It will be. If you have her at A5, it will, because she actually can just spam that default over and over and over. That is absolutely broken as hell. But her first skill, just normally, right, without having her EX core unlocked, gives her an increased attack by 80%, which is awesome. It enters the Fury state, deals physical damage equal to 200%. Whenever you have the EX core unlocked, this goes up to 100% attack instead of 80%. This goes up to 250% physical damage instead of 200. That's a lot, guys. It's a huge, huge improvement. And then her second skill deals physical damage equal to 250% attack. It is an interrupt skill, and it resets the finisher skill cooldown by 12 seconds, which makes her amazing for time attack. And also just makes her amazing being able to use her default or her finishers over and over and over again, adding more survivability. Even though she's a blue attack, guys, they really gave her a lot of great survivability tools, which is awesome. And whenever you do the Limitless, then she's going to deal physical damage to 300% on a second scale instead of 250%, which is, again, just amazing, guys. And then her third skill has a critical rate buff, I believe, by 30%, if I look at this correctly. Yeah, it's by 30%, and then whenever you have it buffed up, it goes up to 35%. That is crazy, right? Now, I am playing her a little careful. I am kind of backing away, right? We want to make sure we stay above that 35% HP threshold, so we always get that immunity core, and then we can just go hog wild and go crazy. But man, she is just... And this score, guys, is amazing. You know, to put things in perspective, right? My A7 Devil Jin, A7, guys, Devil Jin, gets about 45 to 50 billion with a team. With having, you know, dot strikers, right? She's just doing a complete solo. We're not switching her, we're not anything, and yet she's going to put up the same score as my A7 Devil Jin. That is absolutely bonkers that she's doing that. And, you know, and people are going to look at this and think, well, she didn't do as good as other characters. It's just like I said earlier in the video, guys, you have to understand that different accounts are just going to do different amounts of damage. You're going to have accounts that's going to have different team members. They're going to apply different buffs. All these variables make a big, big difference in the damage output that you're actually, you know, putting out, right? Taki is an amazing character with very good survivability, especially if played properly, and tremendous damage. I mean, guys, look at this, okay? She's done over 50 billion. She's done more than my A7 Devil Jin. That is crazy. That is absolutely broken that she's done that much damage on her own without even having the right dot. 54 billion, guys. This is all on her own. That's a damn good score, guys. That is a very, very good score. That's pretty bonkers. Now I'm going to show you guys a run of Gil Raid where she actually has a team effort. Now I'm going to be using Leona for her increased damage target received, her weakened core, that's going to add some extra damage, right? And oh yeah, it's going to make a huge difference in the damage because now we're using a team. We're going to be applying the correct dots, right? There's Leona. And, you know, some of you guys wonder about, you know, Lucky, why I use Lucky as a striker. Lucky decreases the attack cooldown of the next upcoming fighter, right? So whenever I bring in Lucky, the next upcoming fighter's going to drop their cooldown by 1.9 seconds from the tag in, which is nice. That means you can bring them in even earlier. And, you know, he's one of them characters that, you know, you'll use if you need, like if your character that you're getting ready to tag in still has 2 seconds left on the tag in. If they still have like 2 seconds left or more, then having a striker like Lucky really helps because you can bring them in even, you know, 2 seconds faster, which makes a big difference in your damage. But yeah, Taki is so awesome, guys, so beautiful. And, you know, and as far as her skills, they're amazing, guys. She has tons and tons of range on those things. Her second skill has that lingering effect where she throws out that card and it just does a bunch of damn hits. It's awesome. Like, the girls set up amazingly, and I really feel like Taki and Mina, these characters kind of, you know, they kind of get hurt a little bit by what Netmarble has done in this update, where they gave us such a strong character, such a strong free character in Catsuit Ivy that these other characters kind of get looked down on, right? They're like, well, they're not as good, they're not, you know, and all this because Ivy's so strong. And it's like, guys, that's just not, I mean, from the perspective of a free-to-play, Ivy's the best character in the game, easily, right? You know, she is. But whenever you're just looking at characters on a whole, as far as, you know, their power levels, how good they actually are, how good they can be in multiple game modes, then things really start to change as far as, you know, maybe your opinion might, right? But A5 is a very expensive process, but this, again, is a free-to-play account, right? So you free-to-play players could do it if you've been playing this game for a little amount of time and you were able to save up some rubies, right? So, yeah. But I don't regret building Taki at all, especially after what I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video. Like, I don't regret it at all. I think she's fantastic. I love her to death, and I'm so glad I have. In fact, I wish to God I had the girl on my main account. I wish I had her on my main account because I'm telling you guys, she's going to make your life pretty damn easy and almost future-proofing certain game modes in the future, right? Like, she will make a difference for you, and she's really going to help out a lot. I mean, we don't know what kind of game modes NetMarvel's going to bring in the future, and having an unlimited default that you can keep using over and over and over is awesome, guys. It really is, especially if you have a couple cards that are available in the game, which I can show you guys. It's just awesome. Like, constantly being in an iframe, doing all that damage, it's sweet. I mean, you can literally do boss showdown, guys, without even getting hit. Like, you can do hell mode without even getting hit. Think about that. I mean, that's crazy, right? You know, try doing that with the other girls. It's tough. So, like, there's advantages to having a character like Taki because of the way her kit is set up, man. All you people that have Haramaro and you have an A5, I get it, man. I get it. I get why, like, you love them so much because, like, this mechanic is broken. It's broken as hell. Super broken. I mean, and by the way, guys, if you're curious about the builds that I'm just using a Mad Tea Party set on Chun-Li and applying the dot. I also have a Show Me option card on Chun-Li, so we can apply a little shock while we have a little chill every time we do critical hits, and that's going to help out a lot. I'm also using Ivy as a striker for Taki, so we get a little bit extra buffs. I got a card set on Ivy, so that way we have a little bit more CP, which did make a difference in this run's damage. Big difference, and since Ivy's a free-to-play character, and most people are going to be able to A5 her, I thought it was only fitting to go ahead and use her. And Leona, everybody can level her up throughout the game. She is a BS character, right? So, yeah. We just apply our DOS, we apply the weekend, apply our damage, and see right there, guys, I'm waiting on Taki, right? So, you know, I could probably get more damage if I was able to break that meter a little bit faster. I mean, if I had, like, Cronin on this account, man, I could do even more damage. I could do even more damage, and that's what I was mentioning earlier, guys. Like, all these runs that you see, especially with these team runs, there's lots of things that can make a huge difference in your damage if you have the right characters, if they're leveled up to a certain point, all these things, right? It makes a big, big difference. And again, your codex, your fame system, all these things, right? Always keep that in mind when you're watching all these runs on YouTube, watching my runs, whatever it may be. But look at this, right? Look at the score. On my free-to-play account, guys, remember earlier when I said that Devil Jin could get like 45 to 50 billion with a team? Taki's getting 150 billion with a team. She's doing 3 times the damage that he did. 3 times, guys. That is crazy. OP as freaking hell. I mean, look at that. Look at that, guys. 154 billion. To say that she isn't strong is just asinine. It's asinine, guys. She is crazy, crazy powerful, guys. Crazy powerful, right? This is a nutty ass score that she's putting up on this account. That is absolute bonkers on my account. That's nuts. But check this out. So now we're going to fight Haramaro on Hail mode, max 50 points. Watch how easy this is with this girl. Watch this. A5, right? We're just going to dodge, kind of roll around, avoid Haramaro's attacks. There we go. We want to build up that 3PG so that way we can get our EX core ready. And if that set would have procced, then we could have had our 3PG immediately and we could have went right into the 3PG and then afterwards had our EX core. And once she does that EX core, guys, it's over. EX core, you'll see the default, boom. Go to the other side, default, boom. Go to the other side, default, boom. Look at this. Look at how easy this is. Look at how easy that is. She soloed Haramaro Hell mode like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. 50 points, guys. 50 points. Try doing that. Try doing that with Cassandra. Try doing that with the other versions of Ivy, right? It is, try doing that with Mina. Like, because she resets that default over and over and over, especially at A5, guys, you got to have her at A5 to have that. She is just crazy. That is nuts that she can do that, man. That's nuts, right? And if I go into, let me do something else here. Let me show you something. Well, you know what? Right? Let me show you guys something else, right? So if I jump in here and I go into the tower, right? I go into the tower and I try to use Taki here. right? Now, I might not be able to do this, but I'm going to show you guys something pretty wild, okay? Right? This is level 90, right? This is level 90. There's our 3PG, right? Now, I'm going to hit that damn core, that EX core, and watch this, right? We're just going to start murdering. Okay? You should have hit my 3PG there. There's where I kind of screwed up. Okay. Now I'm trying to get away, Okay, now we're kind of running around. Her immunity core is going to kick in. And look at this. Now we're going to use our 3PG. Look at this, guys, right? This is all solo, just keeping her in there the whole time. Now we're going to die because of the poison. But look at that. She got down to 5 bars, right? She got down to 5 bars on her own. I've actually got down and done even better than that. But that's just me coming in here on a whim, right? She is amazing. And if you're doing like Switch gameplay, you'll be able to come in there, do your EX core, boom, 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 and destroy. Like, the girl is crazy. Very, very underrated sex goddess right here, for sure, man. And I'll show you guys the build, right? She's fully maxed out. Right, she's got max capsules. Look at this CP, which is just nuts with that new set card setup, right? Imprint stones, I got all max imprint stones. Remember, this is a free-to-play account, right? As far as the core, guys, you want to level up her attack. You want to level up her penetration. And when it comes to her skills, you definitely want to level up that damn default, her third, and her second skill. I really think that's a better way to go. In fact, I think her third skill really should be maxed out, and then her second skill would be the last one. And you want soul charge so you can actually be able to do your EX core. But if you did burst, this actually applies an increased target damage received, which is pretty damn sweet, by 40% if you want to just use her as a support, along with that great leadership that she has. And this is the card setup that I used, right? We're using this set. This set is, by the way, guys, I'll probably make another video about it, but this set is just nuts. It has a tremendous amount of damage for the Soul Calibur characters, and the CP gain is just insane. It is insane. And when it comes to Taki, this is really the best card set in Guild Raid, at least as far as what I've seen. But as far as other option cards that you could use on her, especially if you have, I mean, if you have her at A5, then, you know, this card here is nuts because it decreased the base cooldown of ultimate moves by 2.5 seconds. You'll be able to do your finisher even faster. In fact, I had that card equipped in the run that you guys saw against Haramaru. I had this card equipped instead of this card right here. And there's another card in here, guys, if you play during the Tekken collaboration, if you have, which is this one right here, which also decreases the ultimate moves. This will work on any character in the game. You're not going to gain power from because they're not a Tekken character, but you'll gain, you know, this power upgrade. But if you put both these cards on her, she'll be able to do her default even more so. So like say in Tower Trials, we wouldn't even have to wait. We just could have done her default. Boom, 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 over and over and over and over to where she wouldn't have took any damage at all. Taki is amazing, guys. Seriously, a very, very underrated character. And that, you know, the biggest issue with Taki is the fact that she really needs to be A5, guys. She really does. Because if she doesn't go to A5, you're not going to have that EX core. And that's really where she shines, not just because of damage, but because it just adds so much survivability and it makes her so good for multiple game modes in the game. That is very, very important. It's really it's a caveat to the character, unfortunately. But if you are able to take her to A5, you're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it, man. She is so good. So, guys, let me know what you think about Taki. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. G2+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.